the first sheet on the envelope. Mr. Chairman, sir, legislative aides are nominated by distinguished senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives and appointed by the National Assembly Service Commission. Each distinguished senator, honorable member of the House, is entitled to 5 legislative aides as per the provisions of the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission. The categories of the aides are as follows. 1. Senior legislative aide, who ranges between level 13 to level 16, depending on the qualification of the candidate presented to us. We will assess and see where the candidate fits between level 13 up to level 16. Cognate experience, qualifications are all taken into consideration. Then we decide whether we place on level 13, level 14, level, depending on the civil service guidelines. That is for the categories of the senior legislative aides. Then you have the legislative aides, that is ranging between level 10 to 12. The same thing applies, depending on the qualification and experience of the candidate in question. Then we have a legislative assistant. That one is on level 9, regardless of the qualification. Yes?
Sorry, I know you may not be. No. It's not. We are not talking determine this grade level. Now, there are some other entitlements attached to the various offices. For instance, you talk of severance, you talk of some other allowances. Is it not part of your responsibility?
The entire financial administration of the finances of the legislative aides are within the National Assembly. The budget, the details are all available with them. Once we recruit, that is where we stop. Once we recruit and give the appropriate grade level, it is now left to the National Assembly to determine what is available to each legislative aide based on his grade level. Based on his grade level. Yes, please.
You don't grade their salary. Who grades the salary of those people? Please, talk on your mic.
Okay. Members of House of Representatives and Senators are entitled to 5 legislative aides each. Those ones are being assessed and employed by the Commission. 5 each. With these categories, we said 1 legislative aide, senior legislative aide, on level between 13 to 16. That is where our determination comes in. We look at your qualification and cognate experience and place you between 13 to 16. Then the second one, we have the legislative aide, which is between level 10 to 12. There too, we assess your cognate experience and place you appropriately. Then you have a legislative assistant on level 9. Then you have a secretary between level 7 to level 9. That too depends on the experience of the secretary. Once we employ this and give you the appropriate grade level, from there everything moves to the National Assembly management. Are we okay, sir? The second issue which we raised before you came in, sir, was that the presiding officers, the presiding officer in the Senate and the presiding officer in the House of Representatives are entitled to also other aides. But those ones are purely appointed by the National Assembly management. So we don't even have a record of them at all. That is what we presented. Chairman, sir, and honorable members, we have series of serious challenges in the management and administration of the legislative aides. One major issue is the sporadic termination withdrawal of legislative aides. Mr. Chairman, sir, every day, even this morning before I left my office, I signed 5 letters from various legislators and senators sacking their aides. And this sacking is not is not following the appropriate guidelines. This is very rampant. In fact, it's almost on a daily basis. I don't know what actually is happening. Maybe, I don't know, it's a political pardon? Well, the guidelines, your aid, first, there must be a misconduct, an approved misconduct. You inform us that this legislative aid has been doing this form of misconduct and you need to change him. Then we ascertain that misconduct and give him a formal letter of withdrawal, letter of sack. Then you bring a replacement. Right now we have 5 court cases, 5, 6, costing us about 6.5 million naira on legislative aids that were challenging their sack by their own principals.